Welcome to the next video in the Space Combat Kit Quick Start tutorial series. In this video, I'm going to introduce the vehicle camera, which smoothly follows the vehicle and allows you to easily add all the camera views you like to your game. The vehicle camera has already been prepared as a prefab which should cover pretty much any use case. Go to the Project tab and navigate to Space Combat Kit, Demos, Prefabs, and drag the vehicle camera prefab into the scene. Delete the default camera as we won't be needing that one anymore. If we take a look at the vehicle camera game object, we'll see two components on there. The first is the vehicle camera component, which is the main component that manages the camera and how it follows the player vehicle. There are a bunch of settings there that you can adjust to your liking. You'll notice that there is a default view setting there. This value determines what view the camera will take upon entering a new vehicle. We'll set that one to exterior. The second component is a gimbal controller component, which we won't go into now, but basically gives us the ability to look around in any direction. Now, before the camera can follow our ship, we have to put one or more camera view targets on our ship. These are basically transforms that the camera will try to orient itself with for position and rotation. To do this, we'll begin by adding a new game object as a child of the ship, and renaming it Exterior View Target. We'll position it just behind the ship and slightly above. Then, go to the Project tab and navigate to Space Combat Kit, Scripts, Universal Vehicle Combat, Camera, and drag the Camera View Target component onto the new game object. Set the camera view to exterior to match the default view we set a moment ago on the vehicle camera. If you've got version 1.1 of the kit, you won't see the rest of these settings, as they were previously on the vehicle camera. But don't worry about them for now. They'll basically determine how tightly the vehicle camera tries to follow the camera view target as the ship moves through the scene. Now, the vehicle camera automatically follows the game agent that's focused on in the scene, which is going to be our player. You can go back and watch the video on game agents if you haven't already, if you'd like to get familiar with game agents. So with that, let's start the scene. The camera is following our ship. Next, we'll set up a cockpit camera view target. But before we do that, we'll need a cockpit. Go to the Project tab and navigate to Space Combat Kit, Demos, Models, Space Fighter, Meshes, and drag the Space Fighter cockpit mesh onto our Space Fighter. Reset the transform. Next, duplicate the camera view target we made and name it Interior View Target. Set the camera view to interior in the inspector, lock the position, and set the rotation follow strength to 1. When positioning your view targets, it's often easier to use the camera to find the right spot first, like so. Then, put your camera view target as a child of the camera, reset the transform, and drag the camera view target back onto the ship. Our cockpit camera view target is ready. Let's run the game. The player control script we put on the player before is already set up to go to interior view by pressing the alphanumeric 1 button on your keyboard and the exterior view with the alphanumeric 2 button. Great, we now have different camera views in our game.